Hello my people, how una dey? The Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunde Ojo don talk say true Bobrisky bin dey stay inside the prison, say no be say e comot for prison when dey arrest am o. Say but the guy bin dey enjoy some privileges and rights inside the prison. Na so the man tok say upon the investigation wey the committee carry, true Bobrisky dey inside prison, he sleep there. Make una hear what this man talk.
And you were going to ensure that the report that comes out of it will be fair. But the question is that, what did you discover in Bobrisky matter?
I think what we discovered, we laid it bare. Number one, from the report, okay. As I said, I don't also want us to isolate the case, because when you see an isolated case, when you see a case like that, it's a call, for gross reform, all right, and which is what we are doing at the moment. But let me tell you this: we discovered that, of course, as we said, according to the report, that there was no evidence that he slept out of the correctional centers, even though he enjoyed certain privileges according to what they brought to me. And the officers that we found culpable, I think they discovered that the transfer form, from one correctional center to the other was not filled. When it was eventually filled, it was backdated, blah, blah, blah. A lot of atrocious stuff that happened. And those people are on suspension, and the board, there are disciplinary procedures. You don't just take action. You have to go through the process, all right? And of course, even somebody as high as an ACG, you understand, that was found culpable, who was the one that gave those instructions, verbal instructions, etc., in this regard. It's been suspended. An ACG, who is one of the topmost officers in the correctional service, because we said we're not going to shield anybody, and the report is with the board as I speak, and we've sent a copy to the service themselves, because disciplinary actions must start.
So people are being punished on the Bobrisky matter, but the fundamental is that there is a problem.
And that's why
are you fixing the problem?
Yes, that's it. That's what I said.
So what reforms are you implementing?
What we are trying to do, because like when you have an institutional problem, all right, you don't just provide a knee-jerk approach to solving it, all right. So what we're doing now is we've set up that committee to be able to look at all the issues, beyond Bobrisky, beyond people absconding, a whole institutional issue. And we're already doing that, and that committee is chaired by the PAMSEC, and of course we have Dr. Uju, of Prawa, and as the secretary of that committee. And we deliberately made sure that it's not all about public service servants, okay? On that committee, we have Director Legal, we have the PAMSEC, and Director GSD as public servants. Then we have two civil society, as members and as secretary. So that at least we can...
What did this teach us? Did it make us understand that there is a fundamental problem in our correctional service? A possibility that people might not spend time.
Sure.
And what are you doing?
Sure. Do you want to hear this?
Yes.
My mother told me something when I turned 21. And I will tell you today, God gave me my eyes to be in front, not at the back, because He wants me to look into the future.
But those who
the only lesson, hold on, the only thing to learn from this history is that we can not transfer today's problems to future generations. We have to fix it, and we are fixing.
I wish I could go, but in the issue of congestion, there are problems, structural problems.
Yeah, but you have to understand. You have to understand. We're working. The president has already approved.
I saw Kuje.
For us to be able to start. No, if you go to Kuje, Kuje is wonderful. We've done a lot of work in Kuje. Fair. Go to Kuje and see the wonderful.
No, I'm making an example. I'm citing Kuje as an example, but Kuje is an example. What about other correctional service?
No, we're working.
What about feeding? What about funding of the correctional service?
I just told you institutional reforms. Right? That's why I said it's not an isolated problem. See, when a problem comes, the way I'm brought up is to see that problem as an opportunity to make a change. I don't cry over spilled milk. Leadership is about being decisive. And leadership is about taking responsibility. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're not here to cry about spilled milk. Is there a problem in the correctional service? Definitely yes. Have we identified the problem? Of course we have. Do we have the gut and the support of the president to solve the problems? The answer is a yes. And with the support of the president, believe me, we will do all we need to do, no matter whose ox is God. We don't care. We'll just do the necessary.
Well, I wish I can go further into some areas. Unfortunately,